Okay, Monday morning in the kingdom, and it's Chilly Willy here. Last night I went to bed with the windows open. I didn't learn the night before, and I woke up a frozen popsicle. But also, too, it doesn't get dark here. So you go to bed at night, it's still daylight sort of thing. Like you can wander around without your night light on, okay, when you get up to go for a pee. Okay, and the dogs are usually up at 4 o'clock wandering around the house and in and out of their pen. So they're just keeping me awake, just like teeny boppers or teenagers, eh? They want to stay up all night and party and then sleep all day. That's the house dogs. Okay, this morning, +2 Celsius. Yes, +2 in June. Yes, haha. And you wonder why we only get 5 hot days this summer, and a hot day for us is +30. Okay, feels like +2. And on the yo-yo scale, +36. So those of us in Canada, that's just above freezing, because 32 is freezing for them. I don't know who thought that up, but they thought it would be fun. Okay, but it feels like +36. Okay, we don't have any vehicles for 36. That's too old or whatever. Okay, we start at 37. Okay, and also too, according to my notes, there's a fire over there. Okay, and look at the flags, which way they're blowing. They're blowing that way. So the fire can come from over here to over there really quick. So that's not good. And of course, we seen the fire smoke or whatever when we were dragging the yard yesterday with the 41 Chevy. Went down to the neighbor's yard because we drag it not to smooth it out. It's to leave a smooth surface so we know when the thieves are around or vehicle traffic. Yes, so we can timeline and date it and tell the cops who will never find it, arrest anybody for stealing, that the tire tracks were there, after Sunday at 4 p.m. Okay? All right. So you go to the government website on fires to check the fires. And it hasn't been updated in a while because it's the government. The government wants you to do everything online and everything. Check the road reports, check the fire reports, check everything. But it's all outdated. Because the people that work at the government, that's not my job. Okay, now I've offended people saying that, I've offended the government employees. But guess what? Both my parents were government employees. And on my mother's name, no, I don't call her my mother. The mother's name tag, she had written on it, not my job. That was her job, was to go around saying, it's not my job. So she worked for the government for numerous years, and it's not her job. So we're not exactly sure what she did for the government, because it wasn't her job. So that's the way it is. Plus you have all your personal days, holidays, and sick days, and everything like that. So basically, you're never there. So that's why the government websites are never updated or anything like that, because the person who does that is not there. Here we are working 7 days a week, keeping busy, doing stuff. Even when I had a real job, we worked and worked and worked. Everything ran smooth. But if I worked for the government, I wouldn't fit in because we work too hard. Now that I've offended everybody, when are you going to update the website? When are you going to fix the roads? When are you going to do anything? Because it's not my job. Okay? That's society we now live in. Okay? If you tell me it's not your job, that pisses me off. Why are you even here getting a wage or anything? That's pretty sad. And plus, in today's world, nobody wants to work. So you have to put up with that person who says, it's not my job and I don't care and stuff like that. Okay? So here's a little history for you. I went to college. Yes, I went to college. Yes, it was just unreal. Just like an Animal House going to university or college, that's basically what it was. Okay, I grew up wanting to be a machinist. Yes, a machinist. To sit there, run the lathe and the milling machine and stuff like that, and work with precision instruments. Now I live at the end of the world, and I live in the land of Dr. Seuss, where nothing is straight, nothing is correct. And we make it fit. We keep it within a tolerance of a hammer smack and it'll fit, okay? So I saved up my money and stuff like that, and I look forward to graduating high school, okay, and going to college to become a machinist. So the first 3 months of college was an absolute joke. The teacher didn't teach us anything. He sat in his room drinking coffee, and we did stupid stuff, okay? And I mean stupid stuff. We were doing things that it just didn't make sense. He wasn't teaching us. He would chuck something in the lathe and then tell us to machine it down to this size, okay? because we were doing stuff for his friends, okay? There's machine shops in Brandon that do that stuff. But this guy was doing it out of the college, okay? And that's what we did. So he would set the lathe up and tell us to watch the little thing grind it off or whatever. So after 3 months, the whole class went down to the president of the college or the dean or whatever. We sat in the dean's office and said, hey, we paid a lot of money. We're not learning anything about machining. I learned more machining out in the outside world and stuff, right? So the dean told us we can't do anything. This fellow is this close to retirement, so he stays. Over half of us quit the college course. What's the point of spending a year of your life to learn nothing? And then when you graduate and you got your diploma for a machinist and you go out into the real world and you get hired, and once you see what college you came from, nobody's going to hire you because you were the worst college ever. The teacher never taught you anything. It's just like me getting all these welding awards, and then when I went out into the real world, the old timers slapped me upside the head. Who the hell taught you that? This is how you work the rod. Work it, baby, work it. Get it in there, get some penetration, get that thing going. And if I catch you with the grinder, you're going to get slapped upside the head with the grinder. Grinders are made for welders that went to school, okay? You never see old guys in the field grinding because the grinder jiggles and shakes and vibrates their hands. They weld it, and you weld it once, and no grinding. Yes. So I got dropped out of college. It was pointless. Like, we're not going to sit there for a year and learn nothing. But that's society. This fellow had this much time to retirement. Instead of telling him to frick off and bring in some teacher that would teach, okay? Also, too, my dad taught automotive mechanics, all right? And he had a badass class in the 70s or whatever. So he took me to school one day. You're not going to school. You're going to come and sit in my freaking class. So I'm in there with a bunch of adults, young adults. I wrote the test to become a mechanic, and I passed it. All right? I was just a kid, and I passed it. So my dad used me to show these young adults how stupid they were and how dumb they were acting in class. Okay, when I can bring my kid from home, and he passed the test that you guys failed. So that says a lot. But also, too, my dad taught people how to do stuff, think, and stuff like that. But he was also smart. He retired at the age of 55 from being an auto mechanic because the kids were smarter than he was, because of the computers and stuff. Like Dad said, what's the point? These kids are teaching me how to work on this stuff. So what's the point of teaching auto mechanics when these kids are smarter? And that is the way I raise the staff, okay? When she does something and says you're sorry, no, say you're stupid. Think of what you did. Why did you do that? And that's the way I raised her. So now she can handle life growing up, okay? So that's the way I raised her as a single parent, okay? Enough of the rant. So now we don't know where this fire is. Like, am I going to have to, go up to the airport, ask Dick to fly me over there to see what the fire looks like? Are we packing up to evacuate if the wind changes? Whatever, because we've had 2 fires right out the back gate to the kingdom here, and no government officials came to tell us anything or touch base or stop by for a beer. Yeah, so that tells you the mentality of the world, okay? Plus the people of WHO-ville want me out of town. I've been here 27 years, and they've spent 26 years trying to chase me out. But we're packing everything up so we can retire in Wyoming. Yes, so we're going to surprise them. Everything's on wheels, everything's in containers, and we can leave at any time. Once we win the lotto and have the money to afford the semis to haul us out, okay? And buy that perfect property in Wyoming. All right, I better go. This is a long intro, but it has meaning. All right. Oh, it's not my job. Okay, today on Wilderness Alaska, but in Northern Manitoba, we are going to the wilderness. The staff has already been here today. See, she left the trailer behind. Okay, that's her trademark, always towing the trailer. Most girls don't do that. Okay, all right. So today, the staff picked up some gas for us. I'll put it in front of here so you guys can read it. So she picked up 49 liters, which was 2 jerry cans for $79.90 Canadian. So it worked out to $1.62 a liter. Okay, diesel right now is $1.52 a liter. So for the first time I can remember, diesel's cheaper. Okay, you got to remember, on the 41 Chevy here, we had that 305 lame ass running on 4 cylinders or 6 cylinders. So we tossed in the junkyard motor out of the rat rod. So that's sounding pretty good. Okay, so let's go back here. Got a nice sound coming out those pipes. So we had to nip the pipes off so it'll fit in the shop when the little tires are on. But also too, we run the 2-stroke oil in the gasoline too. Because the gasoline nowadays is dry like the diesel fuel. So this keeps the carburetor and everything lubed up. Alright, let's hook up to the mini hoe and the hoverboard. Okay, we're all hooked up and I put air in the back tires of the 41 Chevy. I don't know why, kind of needs more air with the weight of the mini hoe on it. So let's have some fun this afternoon after lunch when the staff arrives. Let's go to the wilderness and have some fun. Okay, after lunch in the kingdom and we're ready to go to the wilderness, Alaska. But in northern Manitoba, we got the 41 Chevy here, 4x4. The staff's got the GoPro on the top and we'll fire up the mini hoe and raise it up. So we're going to go test the 4x4-ness of the 41 Chevy.
we made it down the hill.
Okay, we're down at the start of the muskeg. You guys remember from last winter? We were out here snowshoeing, trying to walk across here and flooding it so we could walk across. So there's no way we could make it across today, even with I don't know, my rubber boots. All right, so the staff is here. We're going to pick up some banding or strapping that was left in the wilderness, Alaska, but in Northern Manitoba. So this stuff here is annoying because it gets in their drags and anytime we push the snow or anything like that, because we're documenting the history of the cat trains. So this banding is everywhere. We picked up some straps already. And this 41 Chevy 4x4 works good. We have to figure out a pin lock for the mini hoe because it seems to always dog track or whatever. But that's no problem. So let's get to work and the staff will be filming. 3, testing. 1, 2, 3.
Testing, does this work? Are we both able to talk at once without sounding?
Hello. Hi, Mom.
It can pick us both up. All right. You're gonna have to Austin Powers it.
Yeah.
Hear them in there. We are still learning these mics, so bear with us. Tire was gonna fall off there. And he left me.
What? Okay, I'm heading back to the staff now. She's got me on this mic and she tells me to talk. So here I am walking and talking at the same time without a beer in my hand. All right.
I wonder
I want
what
to show her something over here. And she was in a poopy diaper when we cleaned up the cars down here. Yes, the cars. So over here, we didn't do a good enough job 20 years ago, is parts of the cars. Okay? See them right here? There's the car parts. Because we cleaned up this here. There was cars pushed into the trees and we cleaned it up. So 20 years later, we're back finishing the job.
And hopefully 20 years from now, we won't be back again.
Hopefully. But it'll be the grandkids.
Yeah, no. You better get this done. The bugs are bad.
Yes, tell me about it. I'm not waving at everybody. It's the bugs. Now I have to watch what I say because I'm on camera.
Yeah, you have a mic attached to you now. No F-bombs.
Yeah, we can't say that. We can only paint it on buildings.
You can say puck.
Yeah, it's puck.
Make sure we smooth it out. We don't have a mess for later. Man, look how bad these bugs are. You see them everywhere. At least we're almost done, then can go drink some beer.
Manitoba plate in Alaska. Must have been a tourist. All right, let's hand bomb this in the little trailer because the bugs are bad here. I'm waving at everybody.
Driving by here down our little trail to the muskeg, and I happen to look over to my left. And look what I see down there. We got a can. I don't even know what's all down here. Let's find out. Oh, we got another barrel. Got a couple water containers. Oh wow, look at all this. Those tracks don't sound too good. That's annoying. Oh, look at all this mess. What is this? Oh, we got a 7-Up can. And it goes on all the way down over there too. Look at this mess. This will be another place my dad will come and clean up. Look at this guy right here too. What is this? Staining? I think that's what that is, a stain. End of the day here in WHO-ville, and I transplant some peas. You can see over here that they are vining around, and soon they'll grow up these things and be stalks.
Okay, here comes Dick. Hopefully he can see the sign I wrote on the tank shed for him. Just look at him. Isn't he nice and low? I waved. There he goes. Okay, now that Dick interrupted the filming, but we know when he's lined up straight to the kingdom because there's no wop wop sound. It's a Doppler effect, okay? So he's direct in the path, so I can't hear him. It's a different sound. So if he was off a little bit each way, then I can hear him, okay? So that's when we know when to film and to turn the cameras on. Okay, I turned the 38 GMC around, fired up no problem, went for a ride around the yard, zoom, zoom. So that's pretty good. My dad had it for a long time, and he let the motor seize and didn't do anything. And I got it up and running, and then I didn't do anything with it for a long time. Now we got it up and going. All right, the 38 Maple Leaf looking good. And then we have the other ones for the Black Fleet. All right, today going out with the mini hoe and everything was good. We had fun, and the hoverboard works excellent in rough conditions. Yes, we like that. So now we put the tailgate back on. We put the hoverboard stuff away because we're not sure when we're going to need it the next time. Okay, 5 o'clock, we're done for the day. Let's go make a video. Just look at those skies. Yes. All right. We're not sure what Johnny's doing because the community of Grief Rapids is on evacuation alert, but he's the beer truck driver, so he might have to stay behind to man the beer freight. Okay, look at the flags go. All right, let's go walk the dogs, make a video, and drink some beer. Talk to you later.